Alright, Shalom. First and foremost, I'm going to start this lesson off by giving all the praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rakakudash. Double honor to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Honors to the brothers who are fervently preaching the word in sincerity and in faith. Shalom to the sincere Akwath, and Shalom to the scattered Israelites who are amongst these heathen nations and look like these heathens. Now, this lesson is going to be basically another update in regards to this U.S.-Iran war. So through the Spirit, I'm going to read some of this article, get some precepts, and Lord's will, you're edified. It says, U.S. warns citizens of specific threat at Jordan airport. The U.S. Embassy in Jordan strongly advises citizens not to go to the airport or seaport in the city of Aqaba because of a specific and credible threat. The warning comes after 2 American soldiers were killed, 1 went missing, and others were wounded in Jordan during an Iranian attack on a military facility. U.S. President Donald Trump says the deaths were a very sad thing, adding, "We're never allowing Iran to have a nuclear weapon." And they keep saying that even though Iran was not trying to get a nuclear weapon. This just proves that, the U.S. is just one giant propaganda machine. Because they're only saying that, because the U.S. is only saying that because Israel is telling them to. Because basically, Israel runs the U.S., whether people want to accept that or not. Says a top Iranian commander has warned the United States, saying any aggression or barbarism will be met with a decisive and devastating response from the armed forces. And this is why, as I've said before and will continue to say, sounding like a broken record at this point, but there can never be any peace in the quote-unquote Middle East because Israel is going to keep attacking Lebanon and the U.S. is going to keep attacking Iran. That's why the peace talks, the memorandum of understanding, the ceasefires, that's why it all falls apart. Because the Lord does not want there to be peace amongst these nations. He wants there to be division and war. Luke 12:51, suppose ye that I am come to give peace on earth? I tell you nay, but rather division. And that's exactly what we're seeing. Division amongst the nations and violence taking place in the form of war. And this is all the Lord's plan. Exodus 15:3. The Lord is a man of war. The Lord Yahweh is his name. And that's right, the Heavenly Father is a man of war. The Heavenly Father is the one who put the spirit on these Edomites to start this war. And it's just going to get worse and worse, and more nations are going to get dragged into it until it turns into a full-fledged world war. And this will be a third world war, and it will be the war to end all wars, because it will be a nuclear war in which America and the land of Israel will not survive. Because America and Israel are the 2 most wicked places on the planet right now. So America is going to get wiped off the face of the earth. The United States of America is going to get wiped off the face of the earth. And the land of Israel is going to get nuked and get cleansed of all of those heathens that are currently in the Lord's land. Ecclesiastes 3:1, to everything there is a season and a time to every purpose under the heaven. Jump down to verse 8, a time to love and a time to hate, a time of war and a time of peace. And the Iranian government and the US government hate each other, and then the Israeli government hates the Iranian government and basically everybody else. So it's just a lot. There's no love in these last days. The scriptures talk about the love of many waxing cold. And when it comes to these governments, we can clearly see that there is no love amongst them. And when there's no love there, it's a lot easier for there to be hate and war and violence. And that is just the time and season that we are in. We are in a time and season of war and hate and violence and a lot of death and a lot of destruction. And these are all just signs of the times. And those of us of the hopeful elect who have the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding of these scriptures, we should be excited, seeing these things come to pass, because it's just proving that we are closer to the end of this wicked system. We're getting closer to the kingdom of heaven being established. We're getting closer to us being the ruling class forever and having these heathens in subjection under us, especially these Edomites, these so-called self-proclaimed white people who are the primary enemy of us, the Israelites, who primarily make up the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. And we are the Lord's chosen people, not those devils out there in the land of Israel pretending to be us. Even though there are some true Israelites who are scattered amongst them, but for the most part, those are heathens out there. Those are frauds, posers. Those are not the real Israelites. And they will be removed from that land. They will be cleansed from that land in due time. And what's currently kicking off out there in the quote-unquote Middle East, which is really Western Asia, with this whole Israel, Lebanon, US, Iran situation, that's just a catalyst to things going full-blown and, going nuclear. So those of us of the hopeful elect, we just have to remain patient and remain fervent and diligent and prayed up. So with that, I'm going to wrap it up here. In closing, I want to give all the praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rakakodash, the Wada Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, put the Spirit on me to do this lesson. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Honors to our brothers who are fervently preaching the word in sincerity and in faith. Shalom to the sincere Akwath, which are the sincere sisters, and shalom to the scattered Israelites who are amongst these heathen nations and look like these heathen. Hope you all stay strong, stay safe, stay fervent, stay circumspect, stay prayed up, and Adawan Ratazah, which means Lord's will. Till next time, Shalom.